Hello, hello. Hopefully everyone is doing well. Today I wanted to do a bit of a flashback. Going back in time. A very special time. Going back to 2015. And I would say that is the golden era for me, in my opinion, of all of this DSP stuff. 'Cause this was around when the SOK was popping off, Tevin was popping off. Like, it wasn't just Phil. It was the tractors, the fans, just everybody involved. It was a good time. Vidar Viking. Who's the other guy he's beefing with? King of Pole. Sammy Samosa. It was a great time. It was a great time. But I wanted to go back to when DSP got swatted. That whole incident. Which I think is a good thing, because it's kind of like how Meerkat Inc. put it the best. I do the same thing. You just kind of treat Phil as like a real life reality show. That's pretty much what all this is. And sometimes you gotta, you watch some reruns, and it's even better. Like the second or third time around, it's been a while. You haven't seen it in a while, and you might even pick up on some stuff that you missed despite all the other times and be like, wow, this is really fucking funny, and wow, this is really fucking stupid. And I'm sure that's going to be the case with all this. But I think context wise, I think it's better to show, because the incident itself is, it's not really the thing, it's really more the aftermath of why it's just is crazy. It's hilarious to me. It's really more the aftermath, but it's better for context to show, I believe, to show the swatting first, and then the aftermath of it, his stream that he did explaining it. I think that's better. So we'll start with that. So warning, it's not for the faint of heart. It was very intense. So if you're it's very, very high octane. If you're squeamish or you're sensitive, that kind of stuff, yeah, disclaimer. You can look away. But here we go. This is what happened.
These super. Hold on. They all have these super.
Uh-oh.
Uh oh. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. I think I might have some cops outside. Hold on.
No. Need that Pandely sound clip. Police is
You
here.
heard that, honey?
Honey.
Honey.
Honey!
Cops outside. Yep. The cops are outside. We're coming. Come outside with your hands up. Come on, honey.
Come on, honey. Come on, dear.
It's alright. We're coming.
We're coming. Calm down, cops.
We already know what's going on. Hold on. No. We're here. Come outside with your hands up.
Okay, so I think they're out now. So whew, the adrenaline is pumping through my veins right now. It's gonna happen. Actually, I'm gonna skip because it's really just dead air and like cop dude shuffling around. There's really only one thing to really pull out of them actually being there, and it's like the best line ever. I think it's like right around here.
Gamer shit. Plug one. Kevin, go.
Clear.
Okay.
It's a gamer shit.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of gamer shit.
There you go. That was pretty much the highlight of the swatting. It was literally that. The dudes walk in, they get to the office. Gamer shit. Hell yeah, brother. A lot of gamer shit. And that was it. Literally, that was it.
You can tack back.
And then, yeah, it's just, they're gone, then they come back. This happened in like less than, this was like a 5 minute ordeal. They're walking back in already in their fucking slippers. All right, get on the mic, DSP. What we got? Oh, we're laughing. Remember that. We're laughing. This is funny. This is funny. Remember that. He's laughing. He's having a good old time with this.
Mm-hmm. All right. We're back. That was quick.
I got swatted.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just had our first swatting, which is fine because the police
it's
knew
cool.
exactly what was going on.
So it's not a big deal.
They came by, they talked to me for about 5 minutes about what was going on. They said thank you for calling us and letting us know ahead of time what was happening, because they fully expected that we were fine. And they had a nice conversation with me for about 5 minutes. Said have a good day, and continue on.
Nice and chill.
So, ladies and gents, guess what? We're continuing on with Batman.
Robust.
The Swatters managed to interrupt me for 5 whole minutes.
Oh man, it was a minor inconvenience at most.
Let's applaud everyone.
Is he squibbered? Yeah.
All right, hold on. I got a tweet about this too.
And he's tweeting about it. He's gonna be cute about it. This is funny and cute. He got swatted. It's hilarious. We're tweeting about it.
Idiots.
Oh, they're idiots. Okay. So it's not a big deal at all, right? They stopped you for 5 minutes. It's funny, and we're tweeting about it. Gotcha. So that should be the end of it, right? Like it's done. Nothing was achieved. Nothing happened. That's it. Yeah, like. Holy shit! You done? Hurry up. That's literally it.
Right. Police will be tracing this guy and trying to figure out who it was. They already told me, so. All right.
And back to business. So, man, wasn't that... Oh, that was just so stressful. My heart couldn't take it. The swatting of DSP. It's a very strong individual to tough through that. I know. So that's full in context of him getting swatted. I say that very loosely, swatted. So he did a stream after that. Was it that same day or the day after? Some shit like that. This is actually the source video from his channel, because I don't think there was that many clippers out at the time, because I could not find like an edited video about this. It's literally just this video and Tevin going over it and maybe a couple other things, but there's no like quick edits of it. As far as I know, Snort Brunel did active back then. I don't know, but so he did the stream, swatted. What happened and moving forward, June 24th, 2015. So yeah, we'll just go through this. Tell us what happened, DSP. Yo, oh, and I forgot about this, because he streamed this. But look at this shit. Look at how trash this dude is. Look, he used to start his streams off like this. But he had a slideshow. He decided not to run the slideshow for whatever reason. But look at this text. Look at this piece of shit. It's like 13 minutes of this with the mic muted, webcam on, fucking sniffing his fingers, leaning in the chat. 13 minutes of this. He's like, because when I'm in pre-stream or like stream starting soon, I'm like using the bathroom or eating or prepping stuff. He has nothing to prep. He's just gonna sit here and talk. He's just waiting for people to come in. But it's so fucking awkward leaving your webcam. What are you leaving your webcam on? Look at this. This is the most awkward fucking thing ever. No, this should never be on any kind of stream. What are we doing here? It's legitimately 13 minutes of this, waiting for people to come in. This is what he does to this day. Where he plays like 15 to 20 minutes of music. He's doing this. Not even doing shit. Just type it in chat when he could be starting the damn game and playing. Oh, he's doing this. But when do you actually start talking? trash. Just the literal
That
worst.
text, right?
Yeah.
All right, and just in case, right now I'm live streaming, but just in case something goes wrong with the live stream, I hope it doesn't, but if it does, I'm going to be recording this too so I can upload this to YouTube. But if you are watching this on YouTube and you saw that whole pre-segment that had the text over, I apologize, because I'm going to be doing more work tonight. I don't want to have to spend extra time uploading this. It's just going to be a raw stream. It's going to go live on YouTube.
Bro, you could have at least put the slideshow.
Okay? All right, so I'm going to start recording. Just in case, you know, something happens, I still have a backup of this. So, everyone, hello. And, unfortunately, over the course of the time that I have
Strap
done
in, lads and
things
lasses.
for YouTube, things for Twitch TV, and now live streaming on YouTube, and just had an internet-based career and interaction with people over the internet. There have been momentary
based on what
in this. I don't even know if you want what do you want to call it, a saga, an endeavor. I don't call it like a career. You can't call this a career.
It's a saga. It's an arc.
You could certainly call it some kind of an event. It's been a portion of my life that started in 2008.
That's your whole life.
All the way through doing this as a hobby, all the way through the end of 2010 when I lost my job, and that was probably one of the first biggest epic moments of change in my life.
Epic?
Right.
Losing his job is, well, I guess that counts as epic.
And then after that happening, doing YouTube full time.
Aren't epic things usually positive?
For several years, being able to partner with Machinima, that was a huge thing.
Epic
Live
job
streaming, which I adapted, moving across the country last year to the state of Washington. There's been all these momentous and landmark events in my life that I've kind of, you bookmark them or you put, you know what I mean, milestones. That's the word I'm looking for. In my career of being a YouTuber, a streamer, I've had milestones.
Like, why do we have to have this build up, man? Like, just tell us what the fuck happened.
Unfortunately, I have to say this.
God, I hate
the
when he
fact
talks.
That I have to say it, but today was a milestone for completely the
opposite. It's so much build up for fucking nothing, man. Like, why can't it just be this thing happen and here's how I feel about it and go from there? What is this preamble? What is all this? So I hate when he speaks at all in general. Get to the point, please. Come on.
Opposite reasons of anything that I would like to say or talk about, but because of what happened,
this part is going to be atrocious.
It is such a dramatic event, such a traumatic event, and quite honestly, such a dangerous event that happened today. I felt that I would come out myself only a couple hours after it happened. I would explain to you exactly what happened in regards to me being swatted today, because that is the subject of this video. Explain the circumstances around it, and basically lay down my feelings about it and get it off my chest. Because the bottom line is, when something like this happens, you can't just, even though I need to say this is business as usual.
Weird thing, now I'm thinking about it, why didn't he made the backup for it that at least wouldn't have the intro in there of fucking nothing? Why couldn't he just like unlist the stream and upload that video? I don't know, whatever. The dude is so ass backwards.
This is life as usual. Just keep moving on.
I mean, like he does now. Whatever.
I'm going to do. I didn't interrupt my work earlier today for it or anything like that, and I don't plan on massively changing or doing anything different with my work in the future. It's going to remain the same. So those of you who loved my content and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about any changes or anything like that. But I have to at least take a moment out to explain the situation as a moment of reflection, as a moment of observance, as a moment of warning to others of everything that's been going on and things that could happen to you or may happen in the future to me again, okay? So,
the swatting part 2.
A year ago, I moved out of the state of Connecticut.
It's gonna happen on his birthday. Someone's gonna swat his birthday.
When I did this, there was a lot of negativity. And now, keep in mind, over the past 3 years on YouTube, there's been a lot of negativity around me because everyone says, Phil, Darkside Phil, DSP Gaming, whatever you want to call me, is a guy that doesn't deserve everything he has, right? He has a YouTube channel where all he does is he uploads unedited video content of games. He sucks at the games.
True.
He swears. He curses out the game developers.
Very true.
He swears at the other players he plays with in multiplayer online. He's the worst kind of gamer, and he doesn't deserve any kind of success.
That is true.
Yet,
I agree.
I've had success. So, for whatever reason, this has irked people, and for the past 3 years, it all started around 2012, all the way up to now.
It's just fascinating.
People have a major issue with me, with the fact that I can make a living. And of course, the people will nitpick things that they particularly hate about me, whether I said that I hated Minecraft years ago, or I made a supposedly racist comment, even though I've never done anything racist in my entire life.
Uh-huh.
You don't understand some kind of humor. They take it the wrong way. They say I'm a racist.
Not even
all
gonna,
these kind of
not even
really
gonna comment on
negative,
that.
nasty, slanderous things have spread about me over
Chicky
YouTube,
Chang Wang, dude.
over everywhere, right? And so you search on the internet for Darkside Phil or DSP Gaming, and although you may bring up my YouTube channel first, the next thing you find are 500 slanderous things about me, videos of people shitting on me, and it became this movement.
Hulk Hogan, we coming for you.
Okay. A year ago, it was early 2014, I said I absolutely need to move, okay? I absolutely need to get out of Connecticut because I lived in Connecticut since 2000, well, my whole life, but I owned my own place in Connecticut since 2007. And the fact that
stop looking over there.
I was actually, you know, making a living in Connecticut, doing videos on YouTube, being self-employed. Some things were incredibly expensive. Taxes, just the overall general cost of things in Connecticut. There were some really negative things. There were state tax in Connecticut that I was paying that I don't have to pay if I go to certain states. There were a lot of negative
Wait, is this before the... Wait a minute. Wait, what did he say?
A lot of things. There were just the overall general cost of things in Connecticut. There were some really negative things. There were state tax in Connecticut that I was paying that I don't have to pay if I go to certain states. There were a lot of negative...
I guess this is before the tax saga. No, you still gotta pay them taxes, buddy. That's how you got fucked up. GG.
Negative things going on.
I don't have to pay any state taxes?
Wow, thank you. Of living in Connecticut, the positives were underwhelmed by the amazing amount of negatives, the cost and everything. And if I was going to progress forward and continue to do this as what I wanted to do with my life, as a job, as an occupation, and also to continue to entertain you guys and on a daily basis, I knew that I had to make changes. I couldn't just keep bleeding money in Connecticut. So I made this big endeavor to move across the country. And when I went across the country, I'll be honest, there was a ton of negativity, even more negativity. Phil can afford to move across the country. Now he owns 2 homes, so obviously he's a ridiculous amount of money. He's filthy rich, but he complains about views and money. You know, the usual. No matter what I do in my life,
it's true though.
I am a public persona. I will now.
I mean, it was all on credit cards, but
public view for the rest of my life. Okay, even if I intend it or not, no matter what I do, I'm going to be under this microscope. So that's what happened. I moved, and people absolutely hated the fact that I moved across the country and could afford it, and basically I technically still own 2 homes, even though I'm trying to get rid of the place in Connecticut because it's way too expensive, and I can't afford to have 2 homes anymore, okay? And immediately
just casually, I own 2 homes.
This time, I moved out of
across
Connecticut
the fucking
to a private
country.
community. It's a nice place. My address is not, you know, public. I don't have a publicly listed phone number.
What if he would have doxed
himself? In a more
himself?
secluded area, so it's not like there's street traffic that I hear, but at the same time, it's not like someone can just walk up to my door and knock on the door. Because I did. When I lived in Connecticut, my address was public, and I did every once in a while had people coming by, and there were people doing stupid, silly shit. You know what I mean? You know, nothing that was anything
throwing eggs at your house?
negative or creepy or anything like that. But, you know, you have kids who will do prank,
ding-dong ditch?
Pizza order or something like that. Really
the
stupid shit.
the classic.
So when I moved, I said, this is great. It'll be a better thing for
They had
me.
anchovies
I'm
on
with
them,
my girlfriend now for the first time. Overall, I wouldn't give it up for the world. I said the move across the country, all right, was one of the best things I ever did in my life. And I will stand by that statement, even though it was incredibly expensive, even though I know
it was actually one of the worst things
and
you
even
could
though
do.
I've changed different things about my business and my life,
Everything just fucking shattered.
It was back when I was a bachelor in Connecticut.
It's one of the worst
Go
decisions.
back. It has been that much
I'm
of
glad
a
you're
positive
happy.
change for me. Okay?
He's happy. He loves his life. He says it every day.
With the positive comes the negative, and of course, as soon as I announced that I was moving, that was it. People had to find out what's the new address. How can we annoy Phil now? Because we're really mad that he's making a living doing this YouTube thing. So let's do it.
We were
and they had
punching
to try to find out every which way to identify where do I live or whatever. And some people actually took it as like a public challenge, I guess, because I said I was moving to a private community. We gotta find Phil's address, and we gotta dox Phil, and we gotta get his information and put it out on.
Yeah, they had a betting pool. Who can find Phil's address first?
When I moved here, I took precautions. All right, knowing full well that there is some kind of a group of people in this world that literally follow my every move just to be negative about me and to say I did something wrong and to be angry about the fact that I am successful.
He clearly didn't do anything wrong.
I took precautions, and I said, I have a feeling there will eventually be people who will try to do something nasty. And so as soon as I moved here, I settled in for about a month. I actually heard about other YouTubers like Kutra from The Creatures, right? Who had been doxxed majorly. He got doxxed on stream. It was, or not doxxed, excuse me. I said,
And we used to
you know,
name drop
swatted.
people back then.
He got swatted on stream. And on stream, you know, SWAT team came in, arrested him, everything, right? Cleared his place, and they cleared blocks of where this guy worked out of. And it was a horrible situation, but he's by far...
Yeah, it kind of sounds like an actual swatting. Because that's kind of the stuff that happens when you actually get swatted. Just saying. I'm just saying, man.
He's probably not the only person, but he's the most public person where you could watch the whole thing. People, you know, all over recorded the streams or whatever of it. And I said, I gotta protect myself and my girlfriend. We are family now, and I need to protect
family. We're a family now. He had a family with Leanna. I didn't even know. Not even his wife. Just a woman living with him in the same house. He has a family unit now. Not even his wife, just a girlfriend, just a lady that just happens to live in the same house as him. It's his family. I think he had the guinea pigs. Yeah, so literally to be a family, he just needs a woman and some pets. He's got a whole ass family. This was his first family. He's on his second family. All right. Family.
I'm going to preemptively, before anything happens,
wasn't even engaged to
the
it.
Police department, explain the situation, explain to them exactly who I am and what I do, and I'm going to let them know that their chances are someone's going to find out my address, and they're going to try something at some point. I don't know when, but it may happen. And incidentally, I'll be honest, I thought it was going to happen a year ago. I thought as soon as I moved here, I'd be here for a couple weeks and it would happen. But for whatever reason, this
was that prayer hands?
I'd be here for a couple weeks and it would happen. But for
yeah, I want to. I should screenshot it.
A year ago, I thought as soon as I moved here, I'd be here for a couple weeks and it would happen.
Wait,
but
I just need to see this. I'm sorry. Oh come on, I'm derailing the video so I can get them with prayer hands. Wait, is that good enough? Yeah, we'll take that. Prayer hands.
For whatever reason, this is the other thing, I have no effing reason to know what happened. I have no clue. Nothing in particular, in my knowledge, has happened anytime recently. I've had zero interactions with anyone that have really been, you know, negative.
Positive?
To the point where I can't even say, oh, it must have been that guy that I pissed off, or I really had a really controversial thing that I said about this on this date. It was nothing like that. Nothing like that has happened.
You do it so much, it kind of blends into each other. It could have been anybody.
But a year ago, I called my local police department, and I said, here's who I am. I might be swatted. Here's what's going on. And luckily, I have his name. I'm not going to yell his name publicly, but there was a local sergeant in the police department.
Docs the sergeant.
He's like, I know this. He's like, I heard about this in the news. He's like, yeah, that was that kid, right? And he even talked to me. We had a conversation about Kutra. He's like, I heard about this. I can't believe how ridiculous it is. Thank you for letting us know ahead of time. So that if something does happen, we will preemptively contact you, and we will make sure that everything is handled, you know, properly. Okay.
What an arrangement.
So this is a year
ago
when I moved here. So fast forward to this past week, all right?
The cops are his best friend.
This past week in particular was the build-up to Batman Arkham Knight, which is a huge video game. Everyone's been waiting for this game to come out.
Like, why is this necessary what game it was? Like, like, to say... We're gonna get a history lesson on Batman now and how hype it was and everything about the release.
In particular, fans of mine have wanted to see me play this game.
Who cares? Let's talk about who cares. Let's talk about the swatting.
Way back when, in what was it, 2009?
I don't fucking know, and I don't care.
I've been doing this on YouTube. It was a major playthrough. One of the
I hate when he does this, man. This is so irrelevant. Who cares?
Really like that, and wow, comes full circle. Phil can finally do this. So whoever this is, plug up their ass about me. Says this is it. Now I'm gonna get him because I know this is a big week for him. His fans are gonna want to see him live on stream.
Sure.
I'm gonna get this guy, right? So it all started earlier this week.
Phil's playing the Batman. We gotta get him.
Attacks. So for those who don't know the full situation, yeah, I've been DDoS attacked.
Oh god, we're gonna explain what a DDoS is.
Started back on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, non-stop. I was DDoS attacked. I take that back. 5 days straight because it also continued into Tuesday.
Damn,
I was DDoS attacked by someone who had my IP address. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of all of that.
Okay,
I've already taken care of that. I've taken precautions. That, you know, I'm already, everything's changed. All my information is different. So
It could be a
People who were
lot
doing
worse.
that
I could
could
be
not
like
do it
him.
anymore,
I'm
and
not
it
gonna
would
do
take
that
a
too.
very, very sophisticated person to get my information and be able to DDoS attack me again. Okay, let's put it that way. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm saying as of right now, myself and my ISP have taken precautions against that from continuing. So for 4 days this was happening, and after 4 days of the poor cable company out here doing work on lines, trying to figure out what it was, right? And then we're checking everything. We had the security department checking my modem and doing router tests, and we finally go into the logs. We find out definitively it's DDoS attacks. We finally say, okay, well, we've now isolated. There's concrete proof Phil's been DDoS attacked. What can we do? And we put our heads together collectively, the company and I, and it was partially me and partially them. We were brainstorming and we realized we could fix the problem, and we did. So as of yesterday,
Did they pay you?
about midday yesterday, I am, at least for now, protected from DDoS
Bug
attacks.
eyes.
Okay, that's good news. Great. So what happened was yesterday I said, you know what? I'm not going to stream or anything. I'm just going to record offline. And I'm going to upload my videos to YouTube like I used to do, old school mode, right? Pre-2013 mode when I didn't live stream at all. Because I need to get some work done. I just need to be uninterrupted, have work done, and then I'll start fresh on Wednesday. Apparently, now I don't know, again, could it be the same person who DDoS attacked me? Could it be multiple parties? Could it just be someone else with a bug up their ass about me? Who knows? But that's not the point. The point is someone today took it upon themselves to go a step further. In fact, they've now gone the furthest possible step that you can go to basically hurt me without physically coming into contact with me, all right?
Okay,
I just want to make that clear. No one has physically threatened me. No one has come to my home. No one has pulled a gun on me. No one has, come after me with weapons or anything like that. That hasn't happened. But what happened today
is basically the equivalent.
The one step before it. It's the worst possible step you can go and remain anonymous is what happened to me today. And that's the bottom line, is that people are doing this because they can remain anonymous. We're in a new generation of technology where people like me can make a living doing internet-based stuff. And on the going along with that, a whole new persona of public interaction, which then means your information goes public and you've got a whole new level of person who's out there to hurt you, right? So someone who's completely anonymous,
they gotta hurt
technology
you.
is not caught up to find these people, but someone who can hurt me. Today, as I was streaming Batman
the king
Arkham
of
Knight
hurt
earlier,
and pain, king of
called
suffering.
my local police department.
Everyone wants to hurt
and
Phil.
told them that I was either in the process of murdering or had murdered my girlfriend and her parents.
Oh no.
Now, my girlfriend's parents don't live here. Everyone who knows me and her knows that we moved across this country together.
Did you tell the
last year,
policeman
and we have
that?
no relatives out here. You know what I mean? No one came with us. It's
Sorry,
just
the
us.
sergeant?
So the story doesn't hold water anyway. But of course, the cops aren't fans of mine. They're not watching my content to know that it's just the two of us living here. And they get this threat. And the bottom line is, the cops recently, a year ago, got a similar threat. Which we had a conversation with them outside. They had a similar threat in this area of a guy who had said he had killed his family and had a gun and was coming outside with the gun. Basically, the guy was looking to commit public suicide by cop. And it was true. They went there. It was
Suicide
true,
by
and
cop.
luckily, they
What
I
a
guess
term.
either arrested him or whatever happened. I don't know. But that happened about a year ago. So, fast forward to today, they have to take this seriously. Even knowing that a year ago, I had contacted the police in advance. And
They have to take this seriously by calling him and asking him to come outside very politely. Is that taking it seriously? He could have been a maniac, dude. Could have been a crazed murderer. He just snapped. He went crazy. But let's give him a call and then just tell him politely to come outside.
I told them, listen, all this could happen. They still had to take it seriously because it's their job. If they didn't take it seriously and didn't show up and someone was murdered or whatever, now that's the police department's fault.
I guess just showing up is the serious part. They could have just not came. I guess
for ignoring it, okay?
But yeah, that's the serious part. They at least showed up. And any protocol after that is irrelevant.
I'm sitting here, I'm just playing Batman. Now, for those of you who've been playing Batman Arkham Knight, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. I'm sitting here with my semi-noise canceling headphones
That's
on.
not a
Thank
toilet
goodness
seat. That's
I
not
was
the
using
toilet seat.
These are
What are those?
These are the
He can't use those anymore. Those are banned. It's a relic of the past. We'll never see these again on a a modern DSP stream.
Astro A40 headphones, okay?
Boo.
The soundproofing on these isn't very good.
Want
Meaning
the
when I wear
toilet
these,
seat, the double-ended
I get a
dildo.
little bit of noise cancellation, but I don't get full noise cancellation, all right? So I could still kind of hear things going on around me, but not great. In fact, it does help a lot to keep the game noise isolated. I have other headphones that if I were wearing them, I would have heard nothing, okay? So I'm wearing these headphones, and as I'm wearing them, and I'm playing Batman Arkham Knight, the game is constantly playing radio messages over what it sounds like a radio or intercom of criminals throughout the city, and Batman is intercepting their transmissions. So I'm hearing through my headphones, I'm part of Two-Face's gang, and Two-Face is a real, asshole, and then over here, Scarecrow's a criminal, and blah, blah. So I'm hearing all this radio-style chatter.
Radio-style chatter.
Okay.
Why can't we just say radio
The police
chatter?
called my phone. But my phone's on vibrate, because if my phone's on ring, you would hear it when I do my gameplay.
Obviously.
And incidentally, I was in a portion of the game where it was a lot of heavy driving of the Batmobile, so I didn't even feel the phone vibrate. This controller vibrates when I play, so I didn't even hear this vibrating.
Jesus,
okay?
can you...
So they
has to pick up and demonstrate everything as he's talking about it. My phone was vibrating. Pick up the phone. My controller was vibrating. Pick up the controller. Jesus Christ!
They called me twice. All right, twice.
Two. That means
Didn't hear the
twice.
phone.
Number two.
So now they got to do due diligence. They have to try to enter the home. Luckily, they knew what was going on, and at the corner of my facility here, I'm in a private facility.
It's on a private island.
They came out of their cars and they pulled out their loudspeaker and they started saying, "Attention, residents of house, so and so.
About to dox yourself.
Please come out of your home with your hands up." And that was all they said. And that's probably the wisest thing they could say. Okay. So I'm not hearing this because I have the headphones on. I have the headphones
That's
on.
the
right?
wisest
And
thing
I'm
they
playing,
could say.
and
Wait. What would have... I don't know how to take that. It makes it sound like it was a threat or something. That was the wisest thing they could have said. It was in their best interest to say that. I don't know what he means by that.
I had a portion where I just completed this Riddler challenge where the Riddler had you go through this crazy
I mean, what were their
long-ass
options?
challenge. And I'm
What,
thinking
what would have been the bad thing to say in this situation? I don't know. Whatever.
to myself, this would be a witty thing to say, is how is it that the supervillains of Batman can always afford to have insane traps for Batman? Where are they getting the money from?
Traps?
So I literally did this.
Traps where?
I paused
Show them to me.
the game.
Let me see
So
that
there's no
bussy.
game noise anymore. And I
Sorry,
started
just said that, yeah,
talking, and I was like, how is it, this is the big question or the big mystery about Batman. How do these common criminals get all this money? Do they rob every bank in Gotham over and over? And as I'm saying this, I start to hear more radio chatter in my headphone. I'm like, but the game's paused. I was like, wait a minute. I took my headphones off. I put them down, and I hear outside, "Attention, residents of go outside right now with your hands up." And I'm like,
Pretty good acoustics
Oh.
on that.
okay, now I know what's going on. So basically, whoever, the DDoS attacks that have been going on these past few days and aren't working anymore because I've taken precautions against them.
They
So
took
now
it
they've
to the
elevated
next
it to the
level.
next level. They're going to
Yeah.
swap me. Fine. I know exactly what to do. I grabbed Leanna out of her office. We walked outside.
Is
with our
that how
hands
he
up.
grabbed
It
her?
was-
Wait. I went back too far. Wait.
So now they've elevated it. I grabbed Leanna out of her
Is that how he grabbed? Wait. He did the Black Power Fist.
to swap me.
We get prayer hands and Black Power Fist.
Fine. I know exactly what to do.
Come on, give it to me. Wait, focus. I want a clear shot. That's probably the best we're gonna get it. Black Power Fist. That's how we grabbed Leanna, dude.
her office. We walked outside with our hands up. It was, I have to say, I have to give a huge shout out to local police. A huge shout out to local
Police shout out.
These guys were prepared,
Give them
but were
promotion.
ready for bullshit. Like, they kind of knew coming in here with to expect bullshit.
Give them the
All right?
exposure.
I'm walking out like
The
this.
Renton
Ian's right behind me
local
like this. They
police
look
department.
immediately because they had weapons. There was 20. I swear, about 20 policemen right over here.
Now that's a huge X. 20.
Here, some of them had full flak jackets on, ready to bust in the house if they had.
So they had a full-fledged like SWAT team. A huge X to doubt. It's just the way that he tells his stories. It's really not believable. There's like 20 cops out there in fucking flak jackets and AR-15s.
Many of them had fully loaded assault rifles. All right, combat gear. They're ready to go. It wasn't a full SWAT team, but it was a combat team. They were locked and loaded.
Combat team.
Ready to...
Is there a difference? I mean, I guess there probably is. But sure, not a SWAT team, but a combat team and gear. Combat gear.
break into the house if there was a murderer or whatever going on in here, and they had to come in, okay? So
It's
they're
like
right
20
there,
of them.
and they immediately see me and Leanna and the guy. You could see the relief in his face, because these police are expecting the worst. They're thinking there's going to be a murderer, and we have to go in and see a horrendous scene, and we might have to defend ourselves or you know, stop someone, apprehend someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why they called and asked you to come out politely. It could have been the worst thing ever. You could have killed people in there. Who knows what was going on in there? Good thing you asked them to come out first before they, you know.
So, to them, it's like relief because they're thinking they're going into a life-threatening situation or horrendous situation where someone might be hurt or dead, okay? You can see the relief come over their faces. Oh, thank God it was a prank. It wasn't serious. And we walk right up to them, and as soon as I get up to them, you know, I'm like, can I put my hands down? They say, go right ahead. And they say, and they confirm my name. They got my personal information. They said, you know, now we know exactly what's going on.
Is that something that, I don't know. I guess, yeah, I guess they're his best friends. He's in with the Sergeant General dude. I don't know. I just feel like that's something you do? Like, police officers or authority like that? Be like, asking them, can you put your hands down? I thought, like, you kind of put your hands down when they tell you that you can, or I don't know, whatever.
Going on, say no more. Let us clear the house quickly because that's our job. We'll be gone in a couple minutes. So they went in, they cleared the house. It took less than 5 minutes.
Can I put my hands down? The hands are getting kind of tired up here.
Out. I explained, you know, they said, so this is what happened, what you warned us. I said, that's exactly what happened. I said, this week in particular, I've been getting DDoS attacks against me to get me off my internet so I can't do my business. And now apparently they're going the next step. And the cop said, we're sorry that we wasted your time. Thank you very much for reacting the way you did. You did it exactly right. Have a nice day.
He did everything correct. There you go.
That was it. And that was the extent of it.
They told him he did
So
everything correct in this situation.
Literally within,
You did good too.
you know, within the fact that this happened, all right, was about 5 to 10 minutes tops. I'd say probably between the time that I heard them, Leanna and I went outside and came back in was less than 10 minutes. And within 10 minutes, I was back on stream working.
Yeah, you were laughing and joking and being cute and making tweets. So it wasn't a big deal.
The good news is, thank God, right, that number one, I got preemptively warned from other people having this done to them that this could happen. Number two, I took the initiative to warn the local police when I did a year ago, so they would have it on file that this could happen. It was just bad luck that I didn't hear my phone vibrate to answer the phone, right? It was just bad freaking luck in that regard. But luckily, it got resolved.
Why are we
resolved?
Why are we picking the phone
now,
up
it is in
again,
the hands
dude?
of the local police.
I know what a fucking phone
I'm absolutely
is.
sure they're going to be tracing the call. They're going to be doing whatever they can
It's
to try
just
to find
extra
out who
annoying.
this was. And the bottom line is, this is a major crime. This is not a prank. This is not a joke. This is not trolling. This is not criticism. This is attempted murder.
Attempted murder.
That is what swatting is. Because
I mean,
what you're trying to do is disrupt someone's business to the point where they could physically be harmed. I was lucky that I called them ahead of time, right? Now, what if I didn't hear the people outside?
All right, well,
they had no,
what could have happened?
they had no advance notice, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm playing the game, right? And I have my headphones on and I didn't hear them screaming. And they come into the house and they bust this door down and God forbid I swing like this and I say, what the? And they think I have a weapon and I'm dead.
The
And you know
PS4
what?
controller.
I would not place a fucking iota of blame on the police.
Oh, you'll be
I would
dead?
not place an iota of blame because that is their job.
Well, he might
That is
live.
their job, is to protect citizens. And when you get a call like that and you have to take it seriously,
It's okay. Do you think he would really be okay with that? This is the guy that fucking called like the trash people sissies because the fucking state told them not to run today, basically. They didn't have a choice in the matter. They didn't come pick up his trash. They're a bunch of assholes and they're a bunch of fucking sissies. You really think he would be okay if they accidentally shot him? That he wouldn't think they're a bunch of fucking dunces that are inept at their job and don't know what the fuck they're doing and shouldn't be able to work anywhere because he was physically harmed by their actions? You really think he would be okay with that if he literally accidentally got shot by the police? Huge X to doubt. The person that hates people for literally existing around him in any capacity. Okay. Sure.
and they think that there's a threat, then I will not blame them.
Uh-huh.
That is not who's at fault. Who's at fault is whoever this despicable excuse of someone who thinks they're a human being, but as of today, with their
Thinks they're a human being. These people aren't even human to him.
actions have proven they are not a human being.
They're not
We are
human.
evolved.
Evolved?
This person never evolved.
He
This
did
person is some
evolve.
kind of a sub-fucking human who doesn't actually get some kind of a morality in their head. They
What does
don't
that even
have. They
mean?
don't know right from wrong, and therefore in their head
they're
they thought what they
crazy.
did was just. That's
The
not
white
an
coats need to
evolved,
come and get 'em.
mature human.
Yeah, you're not
That's a
evolved.
subhuman, and that's who pulled this today. Because not only just me, I'm talking about me. You know what I mean? I'm talking about me and my personal situation, and my personal safety, and Leanna's personal safety. We're also talking about the personal safety of everyone who lives in this private community, right? Who could have been drawn into a line of fire by some mistake. Some guy watering his fucking lawn, he pulls out a hoe, right? And a cop doesn't know what's going on. We're talking about the waste.
Wait a minute, what? What about
because
dude with the hoe? Wait,
not only just me.
I'm sorry, I'm legitimately spaced out for a second because I was thinking of like, this is like the guy that got when he was trying to get sushi and they didn't tell him, or he didn't know that like the chef wasn't gonna be there on that day, and he fucking hated those people. He hates everybody for the smallest things. I cannot get over that. And saying he would be okay in that situation if he accidentally got shot. I'm sorry, I couldn't get past that. I was spacing out thinking about that. So what are we talking about? Neighbors with the
I'm
hose?
talking about me.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm talking about me and my personal situation, and my personal safety, and Leanna's personal safety. We're also talking about the personal safety of everyone who lives in this private community, right? Who could have been drawn into a line of fire by some mistake. Some guy watering his fucking lawn pulls out a hoe, right? And a cop doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, who are these cops? Dude, I understand these situations happen, that sometimes the wrong decisions are made. Things get heated the moment, and sometimes there's casualties. I understand that is a thing, but it's like he has no trust whatsoever in these people. They're just a bunch of trigger happy, I don't even know, fucking a bunch of trigger happy maniacs. They're just shooting people for having a gardening hose. The neighbors could have got shot now. Who are these? Are these cops? What are they, 21 Savage? What your mama house, what your grandma house, keep shooting till somebody die? Heard so many shots, neighbors looked at the calendar, thought it was 4th of July. Like, who? He has zero trust in these people. Now they're shooting, the neighbors could have got shot now. What the actual hell? They didn't know what was going on. Dude had a gardening hose. I had to light him up. He was gonna squirt me. He was gonna like literally wet him up with water, and he was gonna return the favor with bullets and wet him up with blood. You know where I'm going. You know what I'm trying to say. But okay, yeah, the neighbors could have potentially gotten shot dude has a gardening hose. They don't know what's going on. They're confused.
We're talking about the wasted time and money that the police came to come by here. We're talking about the safety of the police coming out here and risking their lives bravely to try to protect citizens. We're talking about a lot of fucking factors here. And this is serious. This is not kiddie shit anymore, you know? And you can say as much as you want, all right, that up to this point, that everything that's been thrown against DSP, Phil Burnell, Darkside Phil, DSP Gaming, whatever my moniker you want to give me, the King of Hate, you could say it was in criticism's sake, it was
He's got credentials.
in trolling sake, it was in good humor, it was in jest, maybe it wasn't in even good humor, it was malicious, but this is by far not only the most serious thing, this is the first life-threatening thing that has ever happened to me in regards to YouTube, and it takes it to the next level.
Life-threatening. Life-threatening? What? I wonder what part was his life threatened? Was it the part when they tried to call him? Was it the part when they asked him politely to come outside? Was it the part when he came outside and then they gave like a sigh of relief, like, oh, thank fucking God. Oh my God, it's just, they're okay. Everything's alright. Was it the part when the dudes came in and was like, whole lot of gamer shit and then peaced out? I'm wondering what part did he think his life was at risk? During like what actually happened. And not talking what ifs. You can what if any situation. Like he's talking like what if I didn't call them ahead of time and blah blah blah. But I mean you did though. What if I didn't decide to make this video and went to go to Taco Bell or something and got in a car wreck? That could be like, yeah, what if? I could have died if I didn't make this video, but I'm sitting here making this video, so that's not what's happening. You can what if any situation like that. We're talking about what actually happened. You were never in any danger, dude. His life was threatened. But that whole 5-minute interaction, his life was threatened. It was attempted murder.
All right. And as a human and as someone who I tell you right now, I am not going to allow this to stop me or slow me down. I'm not going to sit here all shaken like this, worried about my life or anything like that. I'm going to continue on business as usual like I always have. And I'm not going to let these people fucking get to me, all right? I'm not going to stop streaming. I'm not going to stop uploading videos to YouTube. This changes absolutely nothing about me or anything. Because you know what this actually is? It's terrorism. It's using scare tactics.
I forgot he said this. That was an act of terrorism. I mean, is he technically? I mean, but what actually happened though? That's not, you weren't harmed. Nothing happened, dude. It's just a bunch of cops. They did a what it was they basically just did a fucking wellness check on him. That's all it is. It wasn't a swatting. They did a wellness check. You came out there, a bunch of dudes walked in, just walking around, shooting the shit, talking about whatever. Came in your office, there was a whole bunch of gamer shit and left. They just did a wellness check. And part of me wants to say this wasn't even like police. Like, it was local police, but no, it was probably just the neighborhood watch. Yeah. The private community neighborhood watch. That's who those people were. I don't know, damn cops or combat team. But that's essentially what it boils down to, or what it, like, you play out the events of what actually happened. It might as well have been the neighborhood watch. Like they're lurking and they're stalking to catch the lurkers and the stalkers. Yeah, the private community neighborhood watch. It might as well have been, that's who those people were that did this.
To try to change someone so they change their way of life. And I'm not going to give
terrorism.
Into it. I'm not going to let people, you know, because they're knocking me off the internet and they got cops coming to my house. I'm not going to allow that to change what I want to do and enjoy and have fun. This 7-year ride on YouTube and, you know, live streaming has been an amazing positive change in my life. It gave my life purpose. It gave me something fun that I could do It
gave my life purpose. So yeah, this is pretty much your views made me feel like my life was worth something. Or how did that quote go? Yeah, basically, he wasn't shit and didn't think he was shit until he started doing YouTube. And yeah, because needs con he needs constant validation from fucking like everybody because he can't do it himself. So that's how he empowers himself. Just say nice things to him, and there you go. He can't motivate himself unless other people think he's a good person or whatever. But basically, yeah, his life wasn't shit until he started doing YouTube, and then he actually started caring about his life. Apparently, it wasn't worth anything before YouTube. Now it's worth his weight in gold. Kind of sad if you actually think about it. Like, given the fact that he was just just drinking a bunch of fucking gin every night, playing video games. Yeah, just working a job he hates. Just getting fucked up every night. And yeah, YouTube changed his life.
I could share with others, and I've gotten so much feedback saying what you do has overwhelmingly positively affected so many people. There's no fucking way that I would stop because of this. God forbid, no, never would something as petty, as fucking pathetic, by this sub-fucking human would I ever let someone like that change me or my life, ever. So no, it's not gonna change, okay? It's not. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing no matter what. But I got a few things that I want to get off my chest before I move
let
on.
them know.
Because within a couple minutes here of me finishing this video,
Say it
I'm
with your
moving on
chest.
with my life. But I got a few things that I got to get off my fucking chest
Let's
right
go.
now. And
Let's go.
you can agree with me or disagree with me, but now I've earned my fucking time to say this.
Uh-oh.
All right?
Give it to us.
It's okay, in my opinion, to criticize, to parody, to do things that will make someone positively see something about themselves that maybe could improve or change. And it's a different thing entirely to maliciously attack and to try to degrade, slander, or hurt someone for the sake of doing it. Just for the sake of it, right? I could disagree with someone 1,000,000%, but I'm not going to go after them. I might think that some of these celebrities that are out there today are some worthless humans, right? They have money for the sake of having money.
Mean
They're celebrities
nothing.
for the sake of being celebrities. But I'm not going to attack them. I'm not going to stalk them. And I'm not going to do anything negative to them. That's life. That's the human condition.
You're just going to call them a bunch of
Lucky,
idiots.
and there'll be people who are incredibly unlucky. And I was very, very lucky at this point in my life to find myself somewhere just above the middle, right? And I understand that. So I understand that there's some kind of negative stuff that's going to come from that, all right? But by no fucking means am I going to let people do this kind of shit to me and not say something about it. So right now,
Let's hear it.
I'm laying down the fucking law,
Oof.
all right?
All right.
And I hope that everyone is listening. I really do, because this is a very important fucking point right now that I'm about to make.
Drop the mic.
You can criticize me as much as you want, and you could say I'm a horrible gamer, and you could say I'm
Didn't
a
we
bad
already say
person,
this?
and
You just
could say
said that.
I'm this and that.
Bro, get to the
and I
point.
don't give a shit.
Okay.
I never in my fucking
Sure you
life
don't.
gave two diddly dicks.
Why do you talk about
what
it every
people
day,
said
dude?
about me.
Yeah, you
And
talk about it every day.
That's why I kept going. That's why I called myself the King of Hate. People don't seem to understand where that moniker came from, so allow me to explain it to those of you who haven't been listening for the past 7 years and try to turn it into something it's not. The reason that I'm called the King of Hate is because I'm a very outspoken and honest person. I called it like it is. I don't fucking sugarcoat anything that I say, and a lot of people don't like that about me.
Nah,
they try
it's
to
not
twist the
that.
truth.
You just
They
hate
try to turn
everything and
things against me.
everybody.
They try to make me look like a fucking negative person.
You are.
They try to make me look bad. And what I've done, my entire fucking...
And think of how stupid it is to have that moniker. Like, that's not even the King of Hate. I mean, he rode with that for so long. Now he's trying to rebrand himself. Did you not once think that maybe I shouldn't call myself the King of Hate? And he had that, like, white supremacist looking face, like, that he had on his logos, and it's just the word hate on it. And you see his fat ass head. Do you not think how that would... It can be taken negatively. And if you got a name like King of Hate and you have to explain it, like, you have to explain it that way, it's probably not a good name. What if someone calls themselves, like, or, try to think. What if they had, like, someone called themselves, like a brand, like a drink brand or mascot or something. What if their slogan was like they're the king of robbery or something like that? And then like they got to explain, no, 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 no. See, we rob you of your thirst. I don't know. It's just if you got to explain your name that kind of way, it's probably a shitty. It's probably something you don't want as your name if you have to explain it in detail like that every time, so people don't get the wrong idea. But yeah,
life since I was a kid in school when the bullies were trying to beat up on me and say shit about me, all the way through all the jobs and careers and things that I've had where I got shat on and I got treated like dirt and I got fucking laid off after being told I was a great employee.
This is the underdog
and all the
story.
Negative shit that I've done in my life. I could have given up. And I could have wadded it up into a fucking little ball, right? And I could have let it be inside of me.
Let's not be cringe.
Nasty person who sits there on the fucking internet and finds someone successful, and I spend my time attacking them. But I didn't. I took that negative shit and I used it to fucking motivate me to find something that I could be fucking successful at, and I found it.
And then I went bankrupt. This aged pretty good. He's very successful.
And that's what I do every day now. What
I thought it was begging. Yeah.
Fucking good at, because people love what I do, or I wouldn't fucking be here. Alright? I'm the king of hate because I take that negative shit, people telling me I'm not good enough and I'm a piece of shit, and I turn it into motivation to be successful. That's what you need to do with your fucking life. If you're sitting at home right now and you're saying, fuck Phil, I hate Phil, take that negativity about Phil and turn it into motivation for you to do something for yourself. For God's sakes. Hating on me and hating on other people and fucking DDoSing people and fucking swatting people.
He can't even talk straight.
It's gonna help you. It certainly fucking doesn't help you. You're just sitting in your same house after you're done with it, right? Do something positive for your fucking self for once. Okay? That's why I'm the king of hate. Because I'm the king of that hatred against me. I own it. And I...
Who can take this motherfucker seriously? Let's be honest here.
That's why I'm the king of hate.
Am I hurting him by making this video even though this shit was like however many years ago and I'm laughing at it right now? Is this actively hurting him now? I don't know. The dude gets hurt by a lot of stuff on the internet. It's hard to tell. Is that another no, that's not another black power fist. That's just a fist. That's just a hammer fist.
Become a fucking powerful person when I feel motivated from people telling me that I suck and I can't do something. I wouldn't fucking be here if it weren't otherwise. In the Street Fighter community, I never would have won a tournament. In a fucking anything I ever did in my life, I never would have done anything. I am successful because of that ownership. Alright? So, you want to tell me that I suck? Fine. You say whatever the fuck you want about me. Alright? But now... things have changed. As they say, the game has fucking changed.
Oh, he's flipping the script.
I've gotten someone who wants to hurt me physically.
They want to kill you.
I let it all go.
They want to see you dead.
Of course, I have addressed certain things.
It was attempted murder / terrorism.
And by no means do you think that I'm ever going to address in this video someone specific on the internet. I am not. So don't take that the wrong way at all.
Pussy.
But from now on, I am publicly stating.
Yo, how come he didn't do this? How come he didn't do the whole "I'm coming for you" thing like he did with the other dude, whoever, I forget his name. He's irrelevant now. Yeah, he should have did that. That would have been like the, oh my god, like the mega cherry icing on the cake. If he would have did the, I don't even know the, you know the one where he was Jason Bourne or some shit. It's like, oh no, you didn't, you cocksucking motherfucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. If he would have did that to whoever swatted him.
Stating this, and I hope that anyone with
like just that on top of the,
I'm the king of hate. Take what you do hate on Phil and apply that to your fucking self. I'm a successful person because I take that hate and I own it.
Yeah, if you would have did all those things, like, yeah, if you would have added the "I'm coming for you" on top of that, oh my lord.
Morality inside of them, whether you like me or not, that you're gonna understand where I'm coming from with this. There is criticism. And there is
Terrorism.
negativity,
Oh.
hate, slander, and a desire to hurt. And there is a large difference between them. I'm going to give you an example of someone who I thought, quite honestly, did not like me. I thought that their intention was to hurt me.
Review tech?
And after getting to know this person, I respect them greatly as a person.
Nah.
And I actually think that it's one of the most stand-up people that I've ever met on the internet. And I'm going to give him a shout-out, and he might get pissed off about it, but I'm going to give him his props. His name is Daz Bullshit. And he has made a parody series about me on YouTube,
whatever,
about how I don't edit my videos, and I'm lazy, and all these things about my work ethic
He's still
and stuff
around.
like that, and how I'm the case of a bad YouTuber, right? Someone who just rushes videos out, and I don't give a shit because I'm making money, so why the hell would I care about the quality of my videos? And as much as it did irk me when he started doing videos, parody videos, even, you know, parody personas that looked like me, right, in his videos, and he was doing stuff like that. It irked me. I'm gonna be honest. It does. When you see shit like that, people making fun of you, of course you feel it, right?
Oh, so you care about it.
There was a grain of truth in everything that he
It
said.
irks you, so
A
you care
grain
about
of
it, right?
fucking truth.
I thought you said you didn't care, but it irks
All
you.
right. And after watching some of the stuff that he put out about me, you know, I relaunched my website, I put up my forums or whatever. He started posting on there. And he started posting positive, constructive things about me and how I can improve. He started saying things such...
There's a ton of detractors, even at that time, that were doing that. Like, yeah, they were giving you shit, but they still would toss out some things that would probably help you. But I guess you gotta completely suck his dick, though, in order for him to think it's valid. There's no in between, really. You're either for him or against him. So, yeah, it's in a weird kind of way.
Such as, Phil, you could do this as something positive of a series. Phil, I would love to see you play this game and tackle it like this.
Yeah, so he could say no and say it's not viable. It's not feasible.
Without even attempting to do it, just an instant no, make every excuse that he fucking can, so he can't do it. Because giving this dude suggestions is the worst. You're wasting your time, because the only thing that he'll accept doing, if it's easy, like if it's literally no work for him, if it's like something someone else can do to improve it, like the whole thumbnail shit that happened recently, he doesn't even have to do anything. The thumbnail person can do it. If it's just something that's just easy, or like switching around something on his leaderboard, or a new way to fucking get more money, he'll do that in a heartbeat. He'll make those changes. Those are easy, and it means more money. It's easy and more money. How much better could it get? But having to actually put effort and work for something, even if it means more money, fuck that. That's how he treats these suggestions. He just cherry picks them based on how easy they are and how lazily he can do it. If he has to put actual effort into it, no, he's just going to tell you no. And just be completely wrong about the reasons that he can't do it. Like stuff that people can fact check about and be like, no, it totally doesn't work like this. It works like this. Like, you can totally do it, dude. And he's just like, no,
Phil, if you did a serious a serious method of editing or doing this, he would give me these really concrete, positive suggestions of how to improve my content. This is someone who had gotten lots of popularity making fun of me, but said, no, I'm willing to help you. That is the kind of criticism I fucking need. That's the kind of criticism everyone needs. When you can't see a shortcoming of yourself in the mirror, and someone comes up to you and shows it to you, and you can say, okay, and then they work with you positively, that's the kind of criticism that people need.
Why is it like 6 years later and like literally nothing has changed except fucking stupid vests, hats, and glasses? That's the biggest change that he's made. And he has a pre-stream podcast now where you can see his face, which is in more traditional podcasts. Like, not really a video element. Like, you really go to the roots of what a podcast is and how it's done. So it was more of a podcast when he didn't have the camera and it was just a slideshow and like mainly audio. But whatever, those are the two biggest changes. He gets a certain amount of money, he puts on a glasses, hat, and a vest. And when he makes a new change to the stream, he buys another hat, vest, or glasses or whatever. In the past, what, 6, 7 years? Oh, and his chair. He doesn't have a love seat. He had one chair, and then he got another chair, and they're all shitty. He hasn't got a chair that can satisfy him. So yeah, the chairs change and the clothes change, but nothing about his actual fucking stream changed. The quality of his stream in like 7 years. He took so much feedback, man. I'm glad he took so much positive feedback that people do give him. I'm glad he took them. He's in a great spot now.
All right. But the problem is there's an overwhelming amount of people, okay, where they think that because they took a video game series or playthrough that I did and they edit together the times when I failed, which, by the way, most people fail when they play video games. Most people don't fucking record that and then put it on the internet.
So, what does that have to do with anything? You do it all the time, and it's funny when you fail, because you're fucking you play it like a dumbass sometimes. Like MGS3, facing off against a legendary sniper, and his first thought is, "Where's my shotgun?" And let me not even attempt to use a sniper rifle for this supposed to be intended sniper battle. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. That sounds pretty awful.
All right. But you edit those epic fails or whatever. You make a "this is how you don't play" montage. You edit in some really negative shit that people said about me in the YouTube comments. You slap it and wow, this is funny.
It is.
You know, I've said this a million times. It's like the TMZ of the internet is YouTube hates Phil because Phil is this kind of person who sucks at games, so let's all laugh at him collectively, right?
I mean, nobody hated you because you were bad at games. Well, I guess some people, because like just don't yeah, he called Kojima a fig and a cocksucker. I guess people were mad at him for that, but it's just nobody hated you for that. They hated you because of everything else about you is shitty. How you treat people, how you talk to people, how you scam people. That's what people dislike. If anything, people should like how bad you are at games because it's funny to watch. I don't think people hated him because he was bad at games. Or I guess hate to him means they're laughing at him. Yeah, I love the fact that he's bad at games. It's funny. Come on. But yeah, the whole thing, like, it doesn't matter that other people fail at games. We're talking about you. It's funny when you fail at games. So I don't get what's the point of bringing that up.
Who cares what I'm doing in my private life? Who cares if there's a game that I sucked at? It shouldn't be big news, but they turned the most negative one-sided shit into like drama, popular drama. And that's what happened with me is through the years of 2012 through now, is that people have become popular drama to make fun of me on YouTube.
Yeah,
and that's not productive. There's a difference between constructive criticism that I can take to improve and literally just trying to fucking hurt someone. And I will say this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. By no means do I think that I am a flawless person. I would be
He's
the
a
biggest,
fallibly
most
human,
critical fucking person on the planet to say that I was flawless and I never did anything wrong. I'm an incredibly flawed person. There are moments where I get so overcome with anger and you know, hatred. I'm just upset about things and I say things that I don't mean. Just like every person, but again, I'm the person who made over 40,000 videos and uploaded them to YouTube. I'm the person who has shared.
He's doing this weird thing that he recently did about like the discussion of having children and why he doesn't want to have children because he has a bunch of videos on the internet and that's somehow like his viewers are his metaphorical children because he's passing along like years of his life that you can watch and values or something. I don't fucking know, but apparently, yeah, he doesn't want to have children because he said a lot of weird stuff. I'm derailing, but he said a lot of weird stuff. He doesn't want to be a good dad. It's like I don't want to be I don't want to be a dad. I don't want to be a good dad or something like that. The way he worded that is really, he doesn't want to be a good one. But we all know he would be terrible. But yeah, this whole, is that like his counterclaim to everything because you have a bunch of videos on the internet? Like, it's okay, and so what does that mean? Is that productive? Couldn't you have been doing something else? Like getting a job? Insert that Keemstar clip. Get a real fucking job.
Pretty much 8 to 10 hours of my waking life with everyone for every day for the past 7 years. So unlike everyone else on the internet, I'm the case. I'm the target of the person who's easiest target, right? So
You are a pretty
I
easy target.
understand that I'm flawed, and you can point out those flaws, but to represent to the internet that that is all that I am is not only irresponsible,
You're a
it is
living meme,
immoral,
dude.
it is wrong, it is incorrect. And it has personally hurt me and my business. It has hurt my girlfriend Leanna. It has hurt my family, people who have found
How
my
did it
parents'
hurt
information
Leanna?
and tried to hurt them. It has hurt my friends. Don't get me wrong, all right?
Leanna was
I'm not
having a good
stupid
time.
to think that people who've been associated with me
She was
have
enjoying
not
the
been
ride.
part of this and have been affected
Arguing
negatively by
with
the shit that's
trolls.
gone on with me.
Making
There have
soup.
been people who have been incredibly negatively affected just because they were associated with me,
Hey,
all right?
bitches,
And I wish
what's
that I could
going
change it, but
on?
you can't. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I wish that I could. I wish that there was something that I could do. I can't. You can't change the past, and you can't change what other people will do.
Can't
right?
change who you are, I guess.
But I will say this: there is a difference between criticism and what these fucking people have done to me on the internet. All right. And as of right now, I'm laying down the fucking law. If you want to give me legit criticism, go for it. I am never going to reject a legit criticism. But from this moment on, I want everyone who's watching this video to listen up and to please give this a shot. When you see someone on Twitter saying some shit about me, responding like in a really nasty fucking way to something that I said, when you see a ridiculously one-sided, slanted video on YouTube,
This is a call to action? He's calling the hate army? Wait a minute. This is legit. This is a call to action.
right now, I'm laying down the fucking law. If you want to give me legit criticism, go for it. I am never going to reject a legit criticism. But
I'm never going to reject a legit criticism. Okay, we certainly kept, we kept doing the pre-stream, even though, a positive constructive criticism is that you take too fucking long doing it and complain about games being too long. If you shorten that, you would have more time to play games. I mean, that's positive criticism. I pretty much rejected that. Green screen, rejected that. Direct capture, he rejected that for a while. Just a whole, yeah. He said he would never reject it, but
from this moment on, I want everyone who's watching this video,
I guess by not rejecting it, he means he won't tell you you're an idiot and fuck off and you're a troll or you're fucking stupid, I guess. Accepting it is being like, oh, all right, I hear you. It doesn't mean he's gonna actually do it or think about it. It's just, yeah, he's just not gonna say fuck off. Basically, that's basically what I get from that. That's what he means.
to listen up and to please give this a shot. When you see someone on Twitter saying some shit about me, responding like in a really nasty fucking way to something that I said, when you see a ridiculously one-sided
report 'em
slanted
to
video
the
on
cyber
YouTube of
police?
stuff, gee, they took a quote from here and a quote from there, and they're working this negative case against Phil, right? I want you to say Phil almost died.
He wants people to reply on Twitter. He wants people to be Twitter bots. Anything negative about Phil. Phil almost died. Yeah, what is he gonna say? What else should they
Phil
say?
could have been shot to death
Phil could have been shot to death
by these people.
by
Not to
these
say that the
people.
people who are making that video or making that tweet
Oh wait, who are you talking about? By the wait.
are the ones who did this today and swatted me. But those people inadvertently contributed to it. Because the bottom line is, In 2012, when this whole negativity movement started, people
Negativity
loved
movement.
me. They thought, wow,
Everybody loved me.
Phil is a good person on YouTube, and he makes
That's the biggest narcissism. That's literally it's like delusions of grandeur. That's literally how he thinks about it in his head. Everybody loved him. He was so great and amazing, and then they made This Is How You Don't Play, and that made people start disliking him. It was the This Is How You Don't Play. Everybody fucking loved him. Nobody had anything negative to say about him, because that's how he treats it now. You say anything negative about him, something's fucking wrong with you. You have legitimately no reason to dislike Phil, because everybody loves him. He's great. He's amazing. He's the best. He's a good, honest person. You don't dislike me. You're brainwashed or you're slandering me, and you got it from someone else. You really don't think that. You really don't dislike me. That's how he tries to like diagnose people. I don't like, yeah, like trying to tell them that you like with the whole cult thing. Detractors are a cult. They don't really believe that. They're just trying to like. They don't believe what they say about me. They're just trying to like mass manipulate gullible people into thinking that so they can get money. They can make a living. Holy shit. But it's kind of like, no, that's legitimately how he sees himself. He's the fucking best. He was in high school with all the bitches. He could have went pro. He was like the top quarterback, dude. He was like Tom Brady, like back, except like what Tom Brady was back in high school. That was basically Phil. Everybody loved him. He's amazing. He's great. Everybody want to suck his dick. Everybody and everything. Did they got him out? I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. Like he legitimately thinks nobody had a valid reason to dislike him, and now he wants to pin This Is How You Don't Play as like the reason. And it's like mind controlling people, like mass mind control. People were programmed to hate Phil because of this video series, I guess. This is unbelievable. Like it is wild. Like he's legitimately delusional. Like his narcissism is, it's crazy.
gameplay videos, and he's been here since 2008. He did it for 2 years before he ever made $1 doing it, and people absolutely love his content. All of a sudden in 2012, when people started, oh, let's do this, let's make funny montages of Phil failing, the whole internet changes and goes against me, right?
But even before This Is How You Don't Play, people are already making videos, and with the whole cult member thing, and he's saying people did this stuff for money. Dude, people have disliked you since you started doing shit on the internet. Before you could even make a dime on YouTube, people were making videos about you. So to say now the only reason people do it, or I guess he means just the big people, or no, he means all the detractors, anybody, me included. I'm doing it to make a buck, dude. I gotta pay my fucking rent. This is why I do this. But
was there a moment when did I come out here in full, some kind of fucking Nazi regalia? Did I come out here saying racist shit and epithets and shooting guns off? No, there may have been moments in my content
where I was racist, but I wasn't, I wasn't in full Nazi regalia or whatever the fuck you said. Did I say racist things? Yeah, but I wasn't doing, I wasn't going completely all in. I doubt it back.
Where there were jokes that were related to stuff like that, but they were jokes, versus me actually coming out and trying to really insult
semantics.
Okay, it never happened.
Never
no matter
happened.
How people want to.
He's debunking it. We're getting debunked. In 2015, the original debunk stream, it never happened.
Skew shit that I've said, and people want to take one moment or maybe one off-color joke that maybe I should or should not have fucking said. Yeah. Then you could say, if you only see that one isolated moment out of 40,000 videos, that Phil is a racist, or Phil, there's a reason to hate Phil, and we should kill Phil. But the bottom line is, today, I was threatened physically with murder.
See, this is why this video is so. We watch what happened. Which part was the murder part? What part was he gonna die? Like this is what's going on right now. I don't hear any. I like. I don't hear anything going on. I hear dead air. Cause if you didn't know what actually happened, like actually watching it and listening to it, bro, he makes it sound like it was a match of Rainbow Six Siege. Like they threw the charge on the door, blew that shit open, threw a flashbang, yelling at him, had guns pointed at him with the lasers and flashlights, get on the fucking ground, hit him with the butt of the gun, and grabbed Leanna's titties. It was terrible. He could have died. It was attempted murder. They physically threatened Phil's life. Those people that said something negative or made it this is how you don't play, you contributed to this. This is what you contributed to. He almost died. You should feel ashamed of yourself. You're not even a person. You have no morals. You don't know right from wrong. You need to be stopped. Disgusting. Scum. Look at what you caused. Making this is how you don't plays and watching them and commenting mean stuff on the internet about Phil. Look at what you caused. You caused this. This is what you caused.
Plug one. Cat and go. Clear. Cap.
Oh wait.
Gamer shit.
There we go.
Hell yeah, it's a lot of gamer shit.
Look at what you caused. Disgusting human beings. Making cops walk in his house and notice his gamer shit. Dude is out of his mind. And look at this dude, man. See, this smug ass face as he talks about him. He almost died. You physically threatened Phil, and he wants people to type that in. He did a legitimate call to action. You see people being mean to him on Twitter. Reply with Phil almost got shot and he almost died. Because of you, because of what you're doing right now, because of stuff like that. It's like dude, like if Phil played sports, he would be the biggest flopper. That's what they call him, like floppers. Like you barely touched the guy, and he's like, I think I broke my fucking arm. Oh my god, oh my arm, oh my god, I don't know if I can play anymore. And you just like you barely bumped the guy. That would be him. That's basically what this is. He could have died. When? Yeah, he would be the biggest flopper. Just in anything, you touch the guy, he's on the ground. Eject him. Eject the other guy from the game. You're abusing Phil. Why are you abusing Phil out there on the court?
And I am not going to put up with this shit anymore, and I'm not going to allow any of these fucking people to think that it is okay to make this negative shit about me, because this is what happens, right?
This is what happens. You get... This is what happens when you're negative.
Plug one. Cat and go. Clear. Cap. It's a gamer shit. Hell yeah, it's a lot of gamer shit.
That's what you get. That's what happens, man. A whole lot of game shit.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Ever made a "this is how you don't play" about me. If
Hey, I made one. I made one before. Shame on me. I almost got Phil killed somehow. I think I made that after this shit happened though. Pretty sure I did. Yeah, it was after the fact, but he could have got killed again. You never know. I could have had a hand in possibly getting Phil killed again.
if you ever decided to follow me, make a clone account on Twitter, do this childish shit on YouTube, if you thought it was funny to dox me, if you thought it was the DDoS attacks were funny, you almost got me killed. You.
You.
Yes.
Yes, you.
You're responsible. And if you are a human and you have morality in you, you should understand that. You contributed to it.
How?
Because no one fucking thought of me in a negative light until that shit fucking started.
Yo, I was kind of looking for, like where he talked about that. Yeah, basically everybody, yeah. Nobody had a reason to dislike him before This Is How You Don't Play. It was in this video. Nobody looked at him in a negative light until that shit started. What planet is this man on? Or as Shinko would say, this boy. What planet is this boy on? That he actually believes that. But people were making videos about him basically since he started. Everybody loved him. This Is How You Don't Play changed everything. It changed it. It was a whole ass hate campaign. And he actually believes that. Delusion. Maximum delusion.
Decided to follow me, make a clone account on Twitter.
Wait,
right?
let's go down the list again.
And I'm not going to put up with this shit anymore.
So how do you contribute to attempted murder? At least for against Darkside Phil, what counts as contributing towards attempted murder? Conspirizing murder, I guess. Is that a thing? All right, what do you have to do?
I'm not gonna.
What do you have to do to play a hand?
Allow any of these fucking people to think that it is okay to make this negative shit about me because this is what happens, right? Shame on you if you've ever.
I feel neglected and ashamed.
Made a This Is How You Don't Play about me.
Okay, so making This Is How You Don't Play. You're pretty much asking for Phil to get killed if you made it This Is How You Don't Play. So all, however many 100, 200, 300, however many This Is How You Don't Plays exist. Taking that to court, that's like 300 counts of attempted murder right there.
If you ever decided to follow me, make a clone account on Twitter.
Making clone accounts on Twitter. So if you make a clone account and follow him on Twitter, or just follow him on Twitter, I know what he means, but yeah, making a clone account on Twitter, you almost got him killed. You're contributing to him getting killed. Don't do that. Don't make clone accounts. You want him to fucking die? Cut that shit out.
Do this childish shit on YouTube.
I guess like what I'm doing now. There's at least like 1 million counts of attempted murder at this point. When is he gonna take us to court?
If you thought it was funny to dox me, if you thought it was the DDoS attacks were funny, you almost got me killed.
If you thought it was funny. Wait, did he say the DDoS or the swatting?
Clone account on Twitter, do this childish shit on YouTube. If you thought it was funny to dox me, if you thought it was the DDoS attacks were funny, you almost...
If you thought it was funny that he got DDoSed, that that he couldn't use the internet for like a day or whatever, or he kept getting kicked offline. If you thought that was funny, you want him to fucking die. Amazing. Amazing. If you just thought it was funny, you're an evil person.
Almost got me killed.
You almost got him killed. You thought that shit was funny? How funny would you think if he actually got killed?
You,
me.
Yes, you. You're responsible. And if you are a human and you have morality in you, you should understand that. You contributed to it. Because no one fucking thought of me in a negative light until that shit fucking started.
I'm blown. My mind is blown.
Nobody thought of me in a negative light until these people made these montages of me being bad in the video game.
The fuck?
No one.
No one. Everybody loved him. Nobody disliked him. Ever. Nobody disliked him ever in his life. Everybody in the FGC. What about the people in the FGC, actually? Didn't a lot of people not like him in the FGC? Or is he just talking about internet people? What about real life people? There are a ton of people that fucking hated you. Thought you were a piece of shit. That has nothing to do with This Is How You Don't Play. Why did they look at you in a negative light? That has nothing to do with anything on the internet. Probably because you're a shitty person in real life. You ever think about that? Why do people want to like fight you? Why did you run from them? Yeah, why did Jaha want to run up on you and you ran away? What was all that about? What's with you getting in these fights about people and like trolling people? Like, what was all that? Maybe that's the reason why. Why are you trolling people and being negative? Maybe that's why they disliked you. I don't know. Being an asshole and being a shit talker and being a coward kind of rubs people the wrong way when you combine all three of those things. A cowardly shit talker. Nobody likes those. Those are the worst kind, actually. At least do something. I'd rather you talk shit and do something than talk shit and like deflect and run away when you get confronted. That's actually the legit worst. But yeah, think about that. Why did people in your actual real life, face to face, dislike you? And you don't have anything to blame. No internet stuff. Yeah? Think about that.
People understood it was off-color jokes. It was just Phil trying to be funny. And, you know, I've told you, I'm an imperfect human. I'm certainly not perfect. There have been times when I made mistakes. That doesn't mean that people should fucking die.
Everybody's a mental nutcase in Connecticut. Not even people from Connecticut, actually. Just, I don't know. He just encountered a lot of crazy people that hated him for no reason whatsoever. They saw this guy and was like, all right, I hate this dude. Just from the look at him. They looked at him once and be like, I hate this motherfucker. And they just knew it. They just knew at first sight, I hate this guy. That's pretty much how it worked, I guess. And in his head, probably that's how it worked. I don't know, man. They just fucking crazy.
So fuck you.
Oh, yeah. You done? Feel better? Get it all out.
And seriously, I think that's where I'm going to leave it.
All right.
Because that's it. That's the bottom line. Today, we're going to see the truth of the matter. We're going to see the true hearts of people.
Did we ever get to the truth of the matter?
Because if there are people who continue to do the negative shit about me after today when I almost could have died, now you're going to...
Yeah, he sure showed them. He put his foot down. Did he instantly... Did he think... Was this his way, legitimately, to try to stop all that? To stop people from being negative about him? This was his plan. And he thought that shit was gonna work. We're gonna see. I put my foot down. Let's see how long the negative stuff continues. It ain't stopping. It didn't stop then. It ain't stopping for a long time, Phil. For a long time. As long as you keep doing this, it's gonna continue. It ain't going nowhere. But he thought that was gonna stop it. Cause he almost got killed, dude. He could have died. From the police walking in his house and a whole lot of gamer shit. And come on, honey, the cops are outside. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had our first swag. Let me tweet about it. He was in so much danger. He was shook. He could have died, though. Oh, man. He has these weird, like... he thinks he's playing like 5D chess moves. I think this was one of them. This is just his way to stop people from being negative, which you can't really fucking stop that. I don't know why he's trying to do that. People are gonna be people, man. Especially when you're a person like you are. Yeah, it ain't going nowhere. But kind of like with the whole cat, it's Tevin's fault thing. Because that was another 5D chess move from him. Because Cat he already said Cat wasn't going to be there the whole time anyway. But he wanted to make it, like, spin it, be like, oh, it's Tevin's fault. He ordered his fans to blah, 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 and do this. What he was really trying to do was get Tevin banned or removed or something. But he wanted to play it like, it ain't gonna be... I think that was a legitimate quote by him. Like, he's gonna get his comeuppance. It ain't gonna be me. Like, he's a mob boss or something. But basically, yeah, like, you know, I'm gonna tell my fans it was Tevin's fault and be like really upset about it and say Cat was upset. So, you know, blame Tevin. So he was just gonna get his fans to like, I don't know, do something to Tevin and be mad at Tevin. So if something happens, he could be like, well, it wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I think that's what he was trying to do. Like he's trying to play pig 5D chess to get what he wants in really weird ways. Like that was his ploy to try to eradicate Tevin. And this is his ploy to try to eradicate detractors like as a whole. So he could to play a big victim and pretend like he could have died when he was in literal no danger whatsoever. And that wasn't even the case. That wasn't even the gravity of the situation. He's just using a really exaggerated what if scenario. And it's not even what actually happened. So it has no, like, that's not even the thing. But that's all that this was.
See what kind of people they are. People who say, okay, you know what, fair enough. We criticize the shit out of Phil. His business has took a big negative hit in the past couple of years because of it. And we all did it in the name of criticism. Today, Phil almost died. I think we'll lay off of him. But there will be people...
We should bring it back. I'm bringing back the campaign. Because didn't he do the stream the day after? June 23rd. June 24th. Whatever day it was. Bring it. We got to bring it back. The day Phil almost died. Never forget. And that's the funny thing is, bro, he's brought up a fucking chicken sandwich. A slappily made chicken sandwich more than the time that he could have died. That he felt like his life was in danger. And it was an act of terrorism. We hear more about a fucking stupid chicken sandwich that was made poorly than the time he almost died. It's kind of funny how he doesn't bring up the swatting. That's the thing that gets me. He doesn't really talk about the swatting a lot. But he could have died. He talks about not being able to make money through Twitch. Like getting bits and subscribers on Twitch. He talks about that more and act like it fucked him up more than the time he allegedly almost died. That sounds like a pretty traumatic experience, you know, almost dying or feeling like your life is at risk or experiencing an act of terrorism, an attempted murder. I feel like that's something that you would hear about like a lot, or at least, you know, bring up every now and then. No, we hear about a chicken sandwich and him not being able to get fucking subs and bits on Twitch. We hear about that 10 times, 100 times more. He doesn't even mention the swatting anymore when it comes to like the bad stuff that the trolls have done or whatever. He probably forgot that shit even happened. It was so insignificant. For him to say he almost died. Yeah, he sure never talks about it. Kind of funny, huh?
People who will still keep it up, those are the people who you need to look at and say, what the fuck? And everyone just needs to collectively say, enough. Shun that fucking negativity. Take those people and ship them off to their own special corner of the fucking internet where they can have all their little perversions to themselves. And we can be normal fucking people here and enjoy.
Normal people, again, the cult talk, planting the seeds of the cult talk. It's always been a thing. Us normal people. They don't think like me and you do. See, we're normal. They're not normal. This we. You don't know how these people think. A lot of them don't think a lot or at all or correctly for reasons that they can't control, but you don't know how they think. So we're normal people. We're normal people because they're normal people because they like Phil and doesn't think he's a bad person. That's how you can tell who's normal and who's not normal. If you dislike Phil, you're abnormal. Something's wrong with you. You like Phil, you're normal. You're part of the good boys club. You're a normal person. Congratulations. Phil thinks you're a normal, level-headed, intelligent person because you like him. You can't think of a negative thing to say about him.
Daily experiences together and sharing and stories about gaming and pop culture and fun and positivity and try to help each other through shit like this and not have to worry about that there's people out there who only are following you because they are fucking really nasty, evil fucking creatures.
Take a sip. The punctuation mark.
And that's really all I have to say. That's really all I have to say. You know? That's it. That's all I have to say. If you don't like me, you have the right to not like me.
This dude just looks so sweaty all
but
the
you
time.
don't have the right to slander me and destroy me on YouTube, to make me the
Like he's
laughing
just
stock
sweating.
straw
How
man
hot
of
was
the
it in there?
bad gaming YouTuber.
The sun was beating down on his office glove.
So that now people are trying to kill me. You don't have that fucking
People are
right.
trying to kill
And
him.
now that the guns were pointed at me today, now I have the fucking right to stand up
The
and say,
guns.
fuck you. I'm not taking that shit.
The guns that were pointing at you and you had your hands up and then you were like, can I put my hands down, please? All right.
Anymore. No, not acceptable anymore. I got thick skin, but
I'm not even gonna say anything.
I'm not gonna let people try to fucking kill me. Anyone who does
He's got elephant skin. Yeah, he's got the thickest of skins.
that negative shit, fuck you. You don't deserve.
And if you think otherwise, you're not a normal person, and you need to be dealt with.
That right anymore, because as of today, this was the end result of your irresponsible actions. Yours, not mine. I took precautions when I moved out here to try to protect my identity, to try to protect my address, to try to protect my IP. I've got all these fail safes. I've got these protections. You're the ones that made people fucking hate me for stupid shit. Stupid.
You made other people hate me. Because no one's an individual. They saw a video online and they were like, I hate this person. I don't know why I do, because I watched a video about him, so now I hate him. And when, no one's an individual in this. And apparently not his fans, because he wants to say we, and we're normal. You don't know these people. You know how not normal some of these people are. Trust me. He knows. He doesn't even like these people. He just likes the money that they give him. That's kind of crazy. The people that do well out for this dude and just knowing or not, some of them know and they just, maybe it's their kink. I don't know. That this dude legitimately doesn't give a fuck about you other than your money. He wants nothing to do with you people.
Stupid, out of character, out of my normal content shit. That's what you focused on, because you wanted cheap views for your fucking channels and you wanted to get popular. You couldn't do it with anything creative, so you had to fucking come at someone who was an easy target. I'm the easy target, because I don't have professional backing. I don't make a ton of money where I can hire lawyers.
We do it out of jealousy. We're so jealous. We want to become popular. I want to be the next Keemstar making these dumb videos, I guess. Everyone did it out of jealousy and to be popular. Man. We make other people think and do things. Yeah. Yeah, we're the co-leaders. I make people hate Phil when they watch this. It can be people that don't even know who he is, but they watch this, they automatically hate this guy. Exactly how it works.
Protective teams. You found the easy target and you fucking shot the bullets. It's like shooting a sitting duck. Wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, I shot the gun.
You almost got me killed.
You almost
Is
got
that what
me
you really wanted? Is that what you intended?
Yeah.
That's what you fucking done.
Yeah. This is exactly what I wanted.
So, at this point, I've pretty much at this point cleansed myself.
Like, how long did this
the
really
angers of
even
sweating
last?
here.
This fake anger. Or is it I can't even tell with this dude. The writers do a very good job. They make things very ambiguous and great character development for Phil. I can't tell if he's actually angry about this or not. Because I don't think it really lasted that long. I think it just kind of fizzled out. This hatred, the whole "you almost got me killed" movement campaign, or whatever you want to call it. Hashtag "you almost got me killed."
I've cleansed myself of the anger. I've cleansed myself of being upset at this point. I am not going to allow this to negatively affect my business or anything moving forward. Every day, I'm going to continue to live stream. Every day, I'm going to continue to play the games I want to play. I will be continuing to do being a YouTuber, being a streamer, being an entertainer, being a person, being real on the internet like I am every fucking day of my life. I'm going to continue to do that.
The
And you can
realest
like
of the
me or
real.
you can hate me. That's perfectly fine. And you have the right to do that. But I have a right to live. Okay? I have a right to fucking live.
As we
And
all
if
do.
you have any kind of morality inside of you, you will understand that fact.
We're infringing on his right to live because we're being mean, nasty people on the internet.
And if you are one of those people who maybe, oh, I really don't like Phil, you'll lay off. All right? There's going to be people who aren't listening who will not. They're not. They're shut off. They're in their own bubbles.
Yeah, and what are you going to do with them?
When I was a young kid, I'll speak from my own experience. When I was a young kid, okay, I had way too much fucking free time. I did. And I felt at one point in my life that my life was going nowhere. I did. I thought that no matter what I did in my life, it was if I got this job or that job, if I went to school, if I had this girlfriend or that girlfriend or whatever was going on in my life, I thought that I had a dead end life. I didn't like where I was. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like anything around me, my financial situation. I absolutely...
Dude hated life. He was about to shoot up... Never mind. I mean, he said it himself. He was on a cocktail of medications. He was obsessed with a girl at one point. He had a lot going on, man. He had nothing positive then. What's that Wings quote? I don't smile, man. I got nothing to smile about in life. That was literally Phil until he found YouTube. Until he started uploading videos to YouTube. Imagine that. Imagine literally that quote. I don't smile, man. I got nothing to smile about in life. Then he just started uploading and changed his life.
Hated my life. To the point where I said, I'm going to be negative about shit, and I'm going to hurt others.
At least he's honest about this.
I was there. I was in the shoes.
Why can't you be as honest as you are about this? Why can't you apply that to basically everything else? He's oddly open to like shitting on himself and like self-deprecating in like the weirdest of ways, but so reluctant to do it in many other cases, and then just lying about everything else. I don't know, it's really weird. He can be really open and honest about this, but not about like stuff that should be easy to be honest and open about. He's just so backwards. But he hated his life. It'll tell you firsthand. He had nothing going on.
If you're one of those people, I was in your shoes. I used to go
But now he loves his life, as he can't stop telling us every single day now. He loves his life. He loves his wife. And, yeah. Everything's all good.
Forums. I used to go on places like shoryuken.com, and I would find people that I didn't like, and I would troll them. After every post they made, I would insult them or make them look bad. I was there, okay? I understand that shit. But after a while of doing that, I realized it wasn't improving my life. You know what I mean? It wasn't doing anything positive for me. And I took that and I balled it up and I turned it into motivation. And even though it took quite some fucking time for me to find something that I could actually be successful at, I did it. All right? And you can too. I am very much of the impression, okay, that everyone out there has that capability. There's just some people that don't want to try because it's hard.
Now it's a TED Talk.
It's easy to pick the easy target, right? It's easy to attack the person next to you and make fun of the person next to you for the short.
You know what else is easy? Eating chicken that's on a bone. But that's work to imagine that, where eating chicken that's on the bone or eating chicken wings is work, and you got them giving you this speech about what's easy and whatnot. Imagine that. Imagine where even the context that eating is work. You have to do work because you have to take extra steps to put it in your mouth, or it's going to be messy because you eat like a toddler. Same reason he doesn't like spaghetti. It's too messy, dude. He likes penne, easy to eat.
Shortcoming. It's hard for you to look at yourself and find out what's a shortcoming in you so that you can overcome that shortcoming and you can be successful too. I sound like I'm a motivational speaker now, and as of tomorrow, I'm releasing my new novel. No, I'm joking, obviously, but
he's a comedian too.
If I give you any kind of advice in life, it's to never think that things are hopeless and to never think that you can have something positive for yourself or that things can get better. They can, and it's not only you. I've seen people out there who's, it's your fault in life. If you're constantly a failure, it's your fault. That's bullshit. because I failed and I failed and I failed and I failed and I even to some extent
I mean, if you're repeatedly failing, I mean, it's got something to do with you. You're not doing something right. I mean, you can keep trying and big ups if you keep trying, but I mean, yeah, you ain't doing something right. But if you keep trying, that's what matters.
succeeded in things only to be told you failed anyway, right? I got commendations at jobs and laid off 3 months later. But if you keep the fuck at it and you don't give up, you will eventually get success. At least in my life experience, that's what it's been. And I will fully tell you, yes, it is part luck and it is part skill. But you can't just give up and to become someone who just has to be negative about
He does
everything.
have the
That's
pig
when you're
roach
fully
luck.
giving the fuck up. Okay.
99
So that is it, everyone.
luck
I'm going
stat.
to end the video here. I'm
One
going to leave it
skill.
at this. I want to say thank you to those of you who continuously support me, who are always there for me. There are tons of people who were so concerned about me today when this whole thing went down.
So concerned.
We're fine.
We're fine. Why would you not be fine? Oh my God, Phil. Are you and Leanna okay? I heard you had to walk outside for like 5 minutes and then you came back inside. Are you okay?
We're going to be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got PTSD from it.
Police are well aware of what's going on at this point. And I do, like I said, I'm not going to allow this to live in fear because that's terrorism. That's the epitome of terrorism is when you alter your normal life because you're afraid. And I could say, well, I'm afraid now. I'm afraid the cops could come kill me or whatever.
The cops can come kill me. He's just thinking literally at any point the police are just gonna breach his house. I'm afraid the police are gonna like they're hitmen. Like, he thinks of these cops like they're hitmen. Like when he's talking about they might shoot the neighbors or God forbid they come in and he's got a controller in his hand and bang 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 bang. 300. Yeah, like they're literally hitmen now. I'm afraid the cops might kill me.
So that's it. I quit. But I'm not ever going to do that. I'm fucking still here. I'm still going to enjoy games with you. And that's what this is all fucking about. And we're about to go. Literally, as I finish this video, I'm going right back the fuck into it. All right? Thank you, everyone, for being patient. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And let's
Prayer
end it at
hands.
that. Let's move
Official prayer hands.
forward positively. Let's have a good life together. And let's forget about
Let's
this
have a
shit.
good life together.
Fair enough? Fair enough.
Is that what you told
Peace
Leanna?
the fuck out.
All right. And we are done here, and this was really long. But man, oh man, it was definitely worth going back through that. That is wild. But yeah, I appreciate it if you made it this far. Or at least yeah. Yeah, I pretty much said that all I had to say about this. But yeah, just thank you for watching if you did. And remember hashtag you almost got Phil killed or something or whatever it is that I said. Never forget. I want to keep that going. I want to remind him somehow. Remember that time you almost died, Phil? What happened to that? Yeah, But yeah, I'm getting out of here. Thank you for watching and or listening. And yeah.